Hi, I'm Chef Sarah Tresser, Baking Application Specialist here at Blodgett, and we're going to do some cooking in your Mark V XCEL. But before we begin, I have a few guidelines, general guidelines for you to follow. First, set your oven temperature 25 to 50 degrees less than you would if you were using a range oven or a deck. Also, I suggest preheating 25 to 50 degrees above your desired temperature, so that way when you open the doors and load your product in, you're compensating for that drop in temperature. Also, for you new convection oven users, be aware that your cook times will vary based on the amount of product you have in the oven. So I would start checking roughly halfway through your bake time. And one last tip, the fans must be running for your oven to be heating. So we're going to do some cooking in the Mark V XCEL. I have a couple things here. We have some frozen French fries, we have some Idaho potatoes that I've chopped up, and some frozen macaroni and cheese. One little tip with the frozen French fries, I have it here on a fry rack or a fry pan, and then I've evenly distributed them throughout the pan, trying to keep as close to one layer as possible, and even just lessening the amount a little bit in the center to really help even out that bake. And then here on our potatoes that we're going to roast, I just tossed them with a little olive oil, salt, and pepper. Very simple. And the frozen macaroni and cheese, we're going to start it with the lid on and then take the lid off as we go to allow it to brown. My tip for this is all of these products here are really quite durable, rugged products. They're no batters or anything like that. So a high fan the whole time will be fine for you. And that will actually help reduce your bake time. So now that those other items are in the oven, I'm going to just do a little baking tips for you. Right here I have some frozen sugar cookies and then just some simple muffins. Your Mark V XCEL actually is 2 fan speeds, so we're going to make use of them here. On the sugar cookies, I suggest starting off with a low fan to allow them to spread and start baking, and then once they've spread to the extent that you want them to, turn it over into high-speed fan to finish the baking without drying out your cookies. Something kind of similar with the muffins. I always start with low fan so that way they gently start to rise and come out of the pan itself, and then they get a little skin. And once they've set, turn it to high-speed fan so that way you're not drying out the interior and lengthening your bake time. It actually will also help reduce the lean. So for roasting in your convection oven, I have a couple tips for you. One, I would take a hotel pan and fill it about halfway full of water and put it on the bottom rack of your oven. This will help reduce shrinkage. One thing to remember though is never place anything directly onto the floor or the bottom of the oven. This will restrict airflow and create an undesirable bake. For our roast, here I have a roast placed on a roasting rack within a pan, and that's so I can catch the juices so we can create gravy afterwards. So now we've baked all our products, so I'm going to give a quick little recap. Here we did our sugar cookies, which are beautifully spread and nicely golden throughout. Our French fries, which are crunchy and baked perfectly. Also our roasted potatoes, which have a nice crunchy exterior but still soft and tender on the inside. And our muffins, which are very moist and evenly cooked. One little tip is, you have 2 speeds for your fan. Make use of them. They will help you get your products exactly where you'd like them to be. Thank you very much and have a great day.